You ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What?
I mean, it's been turning up with the girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't go close to her. If you with your girl, let me hear you say
What? Good afternoon, good evening, good night. This is season 4, episode 6 of the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. I am your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. How you doing tonight, man?
Bro, I'm good, man. Still coming down off that after the hottest weekend at Tech.
Man, the tech high was crazy, man. We were high up in the mountains, high on life. It was just a great time, man. And round 2, I couldn't ask for a better time than we had up there.
Oh no, dude, it was amazing. I mean, it was just from the time we got out there, to me the coolest part was people knowing who we were. We walking up, hey.
True.
We hadn't even got checked in yet. And we walking through the door and everybody's, shaking our hands, glad to see you back, all this shit. And I mean, it was just fun. And then being up on the mountain and having people recognize, hey, are you the dreaded archer? Like, yeah. Like it was just all around just good time, man. The vendors were friendly, everybody's talking. I mean, like I said, it's an amazing event.
Most definitely, man. The event was great. We got a ton of footage, like we promised. I know one video is out now, or maybe two videos are out now.
Two videos are out now.
2 videos out now. One interview. Can we snippet that on the? Can we snippet that on the pod, or is that against the rules?
No, I can do it.
Let's snip it. Let's snippet those videos on here, man, just to give the people a little insight if they haven't seen them yet, and then y'all can go finish watching them by yourself.
Well, you have to keep on talking because I got to airdrop them to
Oh man, see,
I don't have them on the computer.
See, I told Cam he could. Matter of fact, I just forgot to say that, man. Shout out to my boy Cam. He know me in the background doing this type of stuff for us. But he's got some personal stuff that he had to attend to tonight. So we're gonna let him do that, and hope everything's well over there on that end. But yeah, man, we get there. People recognize us from last year as well. Also, the podcast. We get up on top of the mountain. People are looking back. They look back, and she's like, "You're the dreaded archer." I saw my husband watching your podcast. You know what I mean? Like, that's something different. That's something special. You're doing something right.
But yeah, especially when people calling you out.
Most definitely, man. But for me, first time shooting my new bow. First day was a little iffy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wasn't all the way sighted in. Had a couple of loose screws on my bow as well, so it wasn't sounding right. The arrow wasn't flying right. But we still had a great time. But day 2.
Yeah, day 2, where was that?
Day 2, we could have shot with almost anybody up there. Day 2, we were hitting I was hitting from 50, 60. Like I've been doing this forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? At least I felt that way. But that's what it makes you feel. And I think that's what I really want to bring back from my experiences inside the archery community. I think that's what I want to bring back to the people and say, like, it's so inviting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the second day, I felt like I could shoot with anybody because no matter who saw me the first day, whether it was a bad shot or high or low, it wasn't like you're trash or anything like that. It was like, hey, I saw you do this. Try this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So the archery community is so welcoming, man, and everybody just wants to see everybody succeed because it's not a thing that truly a lot of people do.
No, it's not. When you really think about all the people you come across in your life, or just say people that hunt, it's not a big community. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is big, but when you boil it down to it, it's really not that big.
It's not that big, and that's what I was saying to you too. And I was like, while we were there, I was like, look around us and look at all these people with their bow in their hand. This is a lot of bow people. But when I go back home, I don't know that many people that shoot a bow.
Right.
You know what I mean? In my everyday life, I don't pass by that many people, or I don't come in contact with that many people that shoot a bow, even living where I live. And I think that's that's the most shocking thing to me. But we want to change that. We want to bring more people over to the archery side. I'm going to get my first harvest, Lord willing. I'm going to get my first harvest of a deer with my bow this year.
Bro, God, I mean, you got to go out there and do it, man. You got to go. That's the only thing about archery. You really have to put in the time, you know what I'm saying, to be successful. It's not like rifle where you can, go to Walmart, on a Friday afternoon, buy a rifle, get your bullets, wake up Saturday morning, go and kill something. It's that easy with a rifle. You know what I'm saying? Set up over a corn pal or a food plot, and they pretty much gonna walk into you. But when it comes to archery, I mean, you got to get them in close. It's not 80 or say 100 or 200-yard shot. You got to get them in close to about 50, 60. You know what I'm saying, to get a good ethical kill.
Exactly, and then you really want to get them in more than that if you're not that seasoned.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? 50 or 60 is for a seasoned guy.
But check this out though. So Tuesday, I actually had the privilege of interviewing Mr. Aaron Lasco, and he's the creator of the EZV bow sight. It's one of the most amazing products that I've seen out of all the different trade shows that I've been to for archery. His is the one that stands out the most because I can't explain it. It's just you know how your sight has the pins?
Yeah.
There's no pins to this sight. It's just a V. A circle with a V in the middle. And all you do is line up the vitals, fill the vitals up in the V and shoot. You don't have to range it. It's the first archery sight that doesn't require any range.
And that's crazy because you saw those photos that came out me shooting my bow that I did here in town.
Yeah.
I had no rangefinder. I didn't have a rangefinder out there shooting at that target.
So, how far do you have it out? You don't know?
I mean, I probably got to about 25, 30 yards. Nothing crazy. But I just worked my way. Back before we started taking pictures. I just worked my way back. Yeah. I started out like, okay, it's about 5. Backed up. And then I marked my spot right there, and I just shot from there. I never moved. I just shot from that spot. And let me tell you, man, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy guessing it up, but it ended up working out in my favor.
Whenever you are trying to guess a range, it is damn near. I mean, it's damn near impossible because you might guess 30, they be at 33. You might miss that shot.
Exactly.
But just kind of give you a kind of a idea what we're looking at here. This is what the EZV is. This is all it is.
Yeah.
And you just line the vitals up, fill that V up. And the further away they are, the lower they're going to go in the V. It is one of the craziest things ever. And he was going to send me one, but after hearing his story about, he's a small business, everything is, packaged, made here in the US. I'm like, yo, you ain't got to send me one, man. I'll buy one from you. I want to be a customer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to use it this year for hunting and just to give it a whirl, see what happens.
And I think that, I think that's another thing that I learned this weekend too, like the difference between like a bow hunter and a guy that just shoots archery, right?
Yep.
And I think that the EZV, definitely by explanation, that if you're hunting, that's what you need. That's what you need to be using, and that's what you want to use. I want to use one just by hearing you talk about it, just by seeing the interview. I want to use one.
Oh, yeah, so you already watched it?
Just some of it, but yeah.
Yeah. But hey, he was hyped up as soon as he got on the camera, man. I mean, he was ready to talk about his shit, and I know why, because he built that in his garage, man. He built it in his garage after dropping his dad off at the airport. It came to him like this idea came to him, and he immediately got home, ate dinner, went in his garage, and worked on it. And he said he got home at like 6 that afternoon, and he didn't get done till like 5 the next morning. Just up in the garage tinkering, man.
And that's what it takes. And that's what it takes. And he believes in his product, and you should, especially when you bring it from that stage to where it is now. You should believe in your product. Why wouldn't
you? Exactly.
But that seems to be we keep running into guys like that in this industry. It seems like we ran into another guy. Had a great conversation with him. David, I believe his name was
Yeah, David.
David with the bow spider. One of the probably the coolest, neatest tool that you could have as an archer, especially a hunter.
Yep.
Bow spider, put it on your backpack, on your belt loop, holds your bow, one clip, you're there. I mean, these guys are making these things themselves. He was making his on a 3D printer.
Yep.
Taking it out in the woods, destroying it, coming back, let's do it again. Let's get this thing right.
Right. But you know what's wild? They all have almost the same stories common. I was hunting, I screwed up, and I don't want to screw up again. So there's nothing on the industry that's gonna help me not screw up. So I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you listen to Aaron's story, Aaron didn't screw up. He was actually on a hunt with his dad, and his dad was like 72, 73. And it was the first elk hunt they'd been on for like in a long time. And he finally got his dad on the mountain. Elk comes walking in. He don't have a rangefinder. Well, there's nothing to range. And it was a big old prairie.
Yeah.
So he was like, I had to take a guess. He goes, I guess right. You know what I'm saying? But what if I would have missed? He goes, what if I would have missed in front of my mentor? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's like, he never want to have that feeling again. So he created the Easy V. When you look at David was walking down a trail with his bow in his backpack. The biggest elk of his life walked out on the trail. So while him and his buddy are fumbling to get his bow off his back, the elk runs away. I need to create something where I can have easy access to my bow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it just they saw a problem and they created a solution for that problem.
Most definitely. And if you want to see those interviews, the David interview is not out yet, but it will be out either tomorrow or Saturday. And the interview with Dreaded Archer is over on the Dreaded Archer podcast page right now. Go check that out. Guys have amazing stories, and now their product is helping people further their hunting careers, I guess you could say.
Exactly.
And it's just an amazing thing. And you see that all over the archery. We actually got a chance to meet one of the biggest guys in.
No, not one. He's the biggest guy in the industry.
Mr. John Dudley, man. And it was crazy. It was a cool experience. Funny experience. He's a funny guy.
Hey, man. Hey, when y'all watch the interview, just please know I kind of fanboyed out like a little bit.
Oh. I'm not gonna say fanboyed out. He just the lights were too bright for him.
Yeah, the lights were too bright for me, man. I thought I was gonna be asking the question. Instead, I got asked a question. I got asked a question, so it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, man. But it was crazy. It was cool. But right now, if you are tuned in, please hit that like button, subscribe button, and share it. Let people know what you're listening to, where you're listening to, and why you're listening to the Read Talk and Listen podcast. Also, get over to the Dreaded Archer on Instagram. Got a lot of stuff coming out from the weekend over there. I'm going to do my best to post, but I'm not an Instagrammer, but I'm getting there. So get over to the Dreaded Archer podcast, check that out. And then obviously the YouTube page. We're growing the YouTube right now. That's our biggest push that we're doing right now. You guys over on Spotify, y'all keep doing y'all's job. Hey, you guys over on Apple Podcast, give Apple Podcast a round of applause real quick, man. Now I was hating on y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I was hating on the Apple Podcast users for a while because the numbers wasn't moving. It wasn't moving. Apple Podcasts is now catching up with the Spotify guys. So Spotify guys, I'm not saying y'all slacking. I'm just saying Apple Podcasts
has surpassed Spotify.
Oh, has surpassed the Spotify.
Spotify, yes.
So Spotify guys, y'all are slacking, but it's okay. We love y'all. Y'all know y'all the day one guys. But Apple Podcast guys, we appreciate y'all, women, whoever it is. We appreciate y'all over on the Apple Podcast for downloading and sticking with the Read Talk and Listen podcast. We could not do this without y'all.
You guys, yeah. And special shout out to the guy at Istanbul, man. I don't know who he is, but it's only one. But he hold it down.
He holding it down for the Read Talk and Listen across that water, man.
Across water. Hey, if I post a show at, say I post a show at 7 in the morning. Like if I post this show tomorrow at 7, we're gonna have a view from Easton's Bull and Easton's Bull by 9 o'clock. He gonna be on it.
Hey, all around the world, man. That's what take it global. That's what we plan to do, man. But hey, are we ready for the videos yet?
No, it ain't coming up.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
No, because it's what you call it. StreamYard keeps saying something about go to preference and unlock this, but then when I go to unlock it, it wants me to leave this page. So I was like, you know what?
Why can't you just screen share it from Instagram or screen share it from wherever it is, Facebook, anything like that?
But Facebook ain't got the Facebook don't have the what you call it on to do it. The music.
Yeah, it does.
Well, let me give it a whirl.
See, guys, I'm supposed to be the one to just get on here and talk, and the techiness is supposed to be handled. You know what I mean? But hey, I got the techiness tonight. Screen share from Facebook. If it works, I'm a genius.
Our tech guy is gone, man.
Yeah, Cam is. Yeah, Cam's not here tonight. But we still rolling. Look at us being bougie like we had Cam this whole entire time. Oh man, but yeah, like I said, man, please hit that like button, that share button tonight. Look at him. Ooh, here we go. This is day one right here. The day one shoot. Just play a little snippet so we don't get kicked.
Fair use. I think that works when you say fair use, like fair use. You speak over.
We headed up to the first course. We're doing Leopold first this year, man. It's a medium course. We're gonna start off on the medium course this year. Last year we dove straight in. We're gonna take it a little easy this year, get some content for y'all. Hey, we out here. Hey man, you know what I mean? Y'all go check that out, man.
Go check
the Facebook page, man, Instagram, all that good stuff. Y'all go check that out. Because that's what we do, man. And then we also got an interview out with Mr. Ben Gatormson from PSE. And it's legit, guys. Hey, we got work. We doing work over here. I told y'all the content was coming. I know we said it for a minute, but the content is here. And we're gonna make sure that we don't go on such a long drought.
Oh no, it's gonna be steady coming. And you know, talking to Mr. Dudley, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna start my 2 days, man. I'm gonna get up in the morning after I go to the gym, come home, slang some arrows. When I get off work, slang some more arrows. You know what I'm saying? Got 2 days in.
Y'all gotta hold him to it too, okay? All right. He's because this is like the third time he's mentioned this. I want y'all to know that. This is like the third time he's mentioned these 2 days, 3 days, whatever it's gonna be, right?
It's coming.
But, I want y'all to hold him to it. Because I ain't gonna mention what it was, but he was supposed to start a series a long time ago.
Bro,
I'm saying I'll be holding it down for y'all dreaded Ultra fans.
I'll be
holding it down.
The bowstrings have arrived and it's put together.
Listen.
I gotta go pick it up.
I'll be holding it down for the dreaded Ultra team over here, man. I want y'all to get that content. See, we're not in the same city. If we were in the same city, it'd be different because I'd be knocking on his door like, hey. But it's different. You know what I mean? But I got y'all. Yeah. I got y'all.
What up, Foz?
Hey,
I saw Foz riding on his bike, man. Hey,
my boy Foz, he out here living his best life. I'm just scared to get on one of them things, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I need at least 3 wheels.
I need at least 3. I
need at least 3 wheels, man. Hey, by the way, old buddy, remember when we was walking down Deadwood? Old buddy said, he goes, after he walked off, he said, my biker buddies goes, hey, do you know that guy?
Oh my God. Let me tell y'all what Trey did, right? We're walking to go eat. There's a lot of bikers out here where we are because we're pretty close to Sturgis. We're walking to go eat. There's a group of bikers walking right towards us, right? You know, I'm walking. Trey's probably like a little bit of ways in front of me, about 5 feet, 10 feet in front of me or whatever. And we walking by this group of bikers, and the last bikers were going right beside Trey, and I just see him lock eyes on him. And he locks eyes on him, and he just reaches over and grabs this man. Well, hey, I'm just like, I instantly go in the, all right, we got to knock him out. We got to knock him out mode or whatever. And he's like, the dude turns around, he's like, oh, hey, man, what's up, man? Oh, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like they were friends or whatever. I was like, hey, bro, don't you ever just grab a dude in the middle of a crowd like that again, man.
Hey, even he was like, hey man, he was like, dude, he goes, my biker buddy was like, hey man, did you know that guy, man? Like, that dude's wild.
Like, why would you do that? Why was that the go-to? Not just like, hey man, how you doing? Hey,
because he does it to me. Like when I go to the gas station, he'll be behind the cigarette rack and he'll reach out and grab me. So I'm like, I gotta get him this time.
That was the wrong time to get him. Don't get me knocked over the back of my head.
Man. But hey, man, we had a great trip, man. Hopefully, and I don't know if we could do it next year, but hopefully in the years to come, I would love to get a big group. You know what I'm saying? We all ride up to Terry Peak together, and you know what I'm saying, and do our thing, or another tack, because you know what I'm saying. Now, hey, we in the dough. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all is Team Dreaded Archers in the dough at TAC.
Yeah, most definitely. But we did talk about this. We talked about this up on the mountain too, and like that's another cool thing about TAC is like you're walking up and down the mountain, so you have time. You know what I'm saying? In between what you're doing, you have time to bounce ideas. You know, it's not just a straight up like rugged like die course. You walk it's kind of like golf. You walk the course,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You're talking, you're doing whatever you want to do, whether it's business or whatever that may be. And we talked about that, like. Can we bring a fan, like bring a listener? I don't want to say fan. Let's bring a listener to TAC.
Yep.
If they suitable, cool. If not, let's come, experience it, walk around. Hey, we might put a camera in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it may be, just come experience TAC.
And I promise you're gonna want to come back.
Exactly.
And I bet the next time, if you don't shoot a bow when you come, the next time when you leave, you're gonna want a bow. And by the time you get back, you're gonna have a bow.
Exactly. We took my boy Measley. Y'all see the footage coming out. That's mostly done by Measley. Pretty much all done by Measley. I'm just chopping it up and putting it together. But he wants to come back and shoot a bow. Like the filming was cool and all, but he wants to come back and shoot a bow. Fozzie said he'll ride the scooter up there. Hey, Fozzie, you'll love it up there, my boy.
All you have to do
the biker side,
yep.
The mountain side and the bow side, you'll love it all up there, bro.
Shoot, probably if you want to make that journey, man. Hey, come on up for Sturgis. It's here in a couple. Probably here in a couple weeks. Or no, in August. Going down. Over 500,000 bikers, baby. One spot.
I won't be there, but hey, y'all do your thing. Y'all choose to. But I won't be making that trip. Yeah, it is beautiful.
You are now tuned in to the RTL podcast.
Oh, but man, I don't really want to get away from TAC all the way. We probably will step back over it a couple of times just because there was so much in it. Matter of fact, can we? Do we have the Ben interview? The snippet out one time.
I have not put that on Facebook. No.
Okay. I wish I could show y'all that. I think that was a little bit more harder than the first video, but I promise y'all that second day video is gonna be stupid McNooper. I've already seen the footage. I just haven't chopped it up yet.
I mean, you keep on talking, I get it up there.
What'd you say?
Keep on talking, I get it up there.
Oh, you know that's the one thing I can do. Keep on talking, man. Oh, bro. I don't know what they're trying to do to that right there. Get that off my computer screen. I don't know what y'all doing, man. Hey, the past two shows, stuff has been popping up on my screen, like telling me to do stuff. Like, what's going on with that? I don't know what that is. They trying to knock us offline or something like that, but I can't have it. Am I still rolling? I hope so.
Yep, you still good.
Through the trash. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and run it down because I was gonna wait till later and ask you your favorite part of TAC. Then I was gonna tell you my favorite part of TAC. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you my favorite part of TAC this year. Or I got two favorite parts. I say. First favorite part is my new bow is stupid.
Oh yeah, fast as shit.
Exactly. That's the first thing I want to say. RTL, good evening, fellas. What up, Siege?
Hey, Siege out there. Hey, I see nephew out there doing his thing, big dog.
Big facts, and growing like a weed. I saw Troy. I said, man, he wasn't that tall in the last video. You know what I'm saying? But, oh man, shout out to y'all over there, man. Keep pushing the young buck. He gonna do great things, no doubt. But my new bow, I know everybody like the brands is the thing, and you gotta have you a Matthews, or you gotta have you a PSE, or you gotta have you a Hoyt, a Bear, whatever it is. You gotta have one of those. Well, let me tell y'all something about this Courage Warrior. All right, free plug to Courage Warrior because, okay, Trey's Bow Shop brings in a bow that it's like I don't even know why they brought it in, but they brought this bow in.
He got a good deal on him. He said he got him for like $100 a piece.
$100 a piece. Brings these bows in. All right, Trey gets me one for my birthday. Right. I don't know anything about bows, so I was just like, cool. I got a new bow for my birthday, red strings on it too. So I'm just hyped about it. Didn't get a chance to really shoot it. I still hunted with his old bow last season. Hadn't got a chance to get it out. Went and bought a bag and everything like that. Still hadn't got a chance to get out. Finally get a chance to shoot this bow when I get to South Dakota. And when I tell y'all, it is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I shot an arrow through a tree into the target. Granted, it blew the arrow up. No cap. No cap. Right here. Sitting on my desk. Kept the souvenir. But the rest of this arrow was inside the target. All right?
It's fast, bro. I'm not going to lie. Because, and
I still got 4 more pounds.
No, you got more than that because it go to 80.
No, I'd rather it goes to like 72 or 73 or something like that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
But that's still, that's all you only need 40 pounds to kill a deer. So, if you pulling anything over 50, that's a fast bow, man.
Exactly. Man, I'm telling you, this is going to be the season. I know I said it last year. I came off tack with the same adrenaline, same everything. And I was like, I'm going to get a deer with my bow this year. And I did not. But I promise you, this year I'll be out there way more often. Way more often. What we got coming up right here?
We got you.
Oh, shout out my guy Ben.
For sure. I might be going to Team PSC too.
Hey, the bow is light. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
What y'all know about that right there? I've been getting in trouble for my music, right?
Hey guys, Trey here, the dreaded
Hey,
author.
yeah.
I'm here with Ben Gatorson with PSE. How you doing today, Ben?
Good. How are you doing, Trey?
Doing pretty good. Out here enjoying this great weather.
Yeah.
Out here at the Total Archery Challenge.
Yep. Cherry Peak, man.
Oh yeah, great event.
Hey man, get that out of here, man. Get that out of here, man.
Absolutely.
Get it out of here.
Just give y'all a sample, but go over to the Facebook page, check it out. Hey, it's
Get it out of here, man. Get it out of here, man. I'm over here dancing, boy. Oh man, but hey, I'm telling y'all, the content is here. Look, I'm over here giving Slims a free plug and stuff. Let me cover that up. Hey, well, you go. I saved them cups.
Oh, you mean
You know what I'm saying? The souvenir cups.
I got a cabinet full of them. Hell, if I'm paying $2 extra,
You hear me?
might as well.
Why not just give me a styrofoam cup in the lower size as well? I don't want to buy that every single time. But hey, whatever. They know what they're doing.
I try to take mine and refill it. They say, look here, man, you get one refill, bro. You can't come through all the time. Hell, your paint wearing off.
You hear me? Hey, it's like M's. M's icking. Ain't no. Hey, you hear me? Hey, man, that's 2 years. 2 years old, man.
Hey, what Fred Simmons say? They'll be drinking out of a pickle jar. What?
Now, he said, is this the jelly jar? He said, you should have had it if it was a mayonnaise jar. Hey, you just got to get something to drink. Don't worry about what it's coming out of.
That's it.
Hey, shout out my boy AP. I see my boy AP down there in the comments, man.
Hey,
AP,
AP, you would have been proud of me this weekend, big dog. Hey, I was on that griddle, baby.
I
was on that griddle like Waffle House, baby.
Hey, I walk outside. He in the front yard with the griddle. AP, he gonna have the nerve to reach under that griddle and pull out the little bacon flatteners.
What's on that griddle, baby?
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, boy. I wonder if we just got kicked for a second right there because it dropped severely and came back up.
I don't know.
Ain't no telling. I ain't got no notification yet, so I think we straight.
Me neither.
Let's see. Yeah, we straight. They just got off for a second. Was my dancing? Did my dancing run y'all out of here?
No, you know, sometimes they be messing with the streams. Like right now, when I look on Facebook, it say three people watching, but it is more than that. Hey, boy. The press.
Give it to him one time, AP man. Give it to him one time. Oh, bro. But hey, I appreciate it again, man, for having me out there, Attack, man. South Dakota, the show spot. Anytime I get a chance to come out there, man, hey, it's always a good time. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah,
y'all see that little hat back there, that blue hat? That's something y'all might not. Well, actually, y'all, I know y'all ain't gonna never know about it now. But that's called Little Fellers. All right. I got a couple spots that I have to swing through when I'm on my South Dakota tip. Look at them. Check them out one time. You hear me? Hey, I got a couple of spots I have to swing through on my South Dakota loop. And Little Fellas is one of them. Sadly, it's no longer. But there still is one more. And I haven't gotten the last 2 times. I don't want to blame you, but it kind of is on you. But I got to get some of my mamas fried in Philly, man. I got
Hey,
to.
hey, next time, bro. Next time we're gonna put that in the agenda. I mean, in the itinerary, bro. In the itinerary.
It's gotta
in
be.
fact,
man.
I'm gonna call them and tell them how to have it ready, bro. Look, they're gonna be here at this time. We're gonna swing through and pick it up.
We got
I might even slide him a little extra gas money, see if he bring it on to the house.
Hey, come on over there with that drop off Mama's Fried in Philly, man. That boy AP said I used to whip it on the grill. Hey, big facts. Big facts. Waffle House ain't had one better before, and I don't know if they're gonna have one better no more.
Hey, I get that all-star special, baby. Eggs with cheese, bacon, waffle, 2 waffles at that, and then I get them hash browns smother covered and topped.
Waffle House, y'all can have y'all's logo down there at the bottom too. Y'all want to? Hey, I know y'all came out with the little arm sleeves and all that stuff. Y'all got some marketing budget. Come on over here to the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. We got a spot for you.
For sure.
Hey, if you just not joining in, man, hit that like button, that share button, let everybody know where you're watching, what you're watching, why you watching it over here on the Read, Talk, and Listen podcast. But hey, that's enough for the tack for right now, man. We got to get some of this real life stuff going on. And we talked about this. It kind of ties all in because the NBA draft was going on while we were at TAC. And us being us, we had to stay up to date with the draft. We still tinkering with our bows, messing with our sites, but we still had to stay relevant. We still had to keep up with the draft because we knew this day was coming. We're going to have to get on here and talk about something, right?
Right.
But while we were in the draft, and it's crazy that this even came out when we got home, it's like people would listen to us or something. I don't know. But while we were watching the draft, man, we saw something that made me say this, and it sparked the conversation, right?
Right. Let's do it.
There was a young man, and I have no beef with this young man. There's no quarrel, no nothing like that. But there was a young man who was drafted. He wasn't even able to give a post-draft interview because he was in such distraught. You know what I mean? He was in such distraught. Well, then we keep watching. And they start talking about this young man. They start showing his history. Grandfather was an NFL player. Mom was a WNBA player. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And I was like,
WNBA coach and WNBA exec. No, she was coach for Ja Morant over in Memphis.
Yeah, she coaches in the NBA.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I understand that that's your lifelong dream, right? I understand that's your lifelong dream to make it to the NBA. So I understand emotion when you make it to the NBA. But it's not the same as 5 years ago when we saw guys sleeping in their car.
Yeah.
He makes it to the NBA. He can't believe it. He's all emotional. And I was like, it's not the same no more. These guys that are going 1, 2, and 3 are growing up in academies. These guys that are going 1, 2, and 3 are being coached by the best coaches since they were 5 and 6 years old.
Like the top 5, actually. Like the top 5 all came from basketball academies. You know what I'm saying? They come from a affluent background. You know what I'm saying? Either mom was a pro athlete, dad was a pro athlete. Hell, they may come from 3-4 generations of pro athletes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of wild to think that, and you know, I hate to take it over, but
No, go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? We saw a post and it said like there are no more basketball players from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? There's no more guys coming out that come from nothing. It seemed like now these top guys are all, I get, you know, born with a silver spoon in their mouth almost.
Exactly. I mean, I think it ties into social media still, right?
Okay.
I think now that I can see everything that you're doing, I don't really want that guy from the trenches. If he's on Instagram with this and on Snapchat with that and on Twitter with this and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't quote unquote want that guy from the trenches. If I can go get a spoon-fed guy who's got just as much talent.
Yeah, because it's not a liability.
Exactly. So, and I think that's what we're seeing. That's why we're seeing more of these spoon-fed guys making it now. Back in the day, you had to be a little rugged. You needed to be a little rough around the edges. That's the guy I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But now, if I get that guy that's a little rough around the edges, what is he going to bring to my program outside of his talent?
Yep.
Is he bringing negative media coverage? Is he getting in fights on the court? Is he getting in fights with me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So are there guys out there from the trenches that are still making it? Yes, they're just not the stories we're telling. The guy from the trenches is getting a G League deal and making his way in. The guy from the trenches is being drafted later in the draft.
Way later. And then, you know, a lot of international guys, you know what I'm saying? A lot of guys from Canada that came down here. You know,
and that's another social media tie.
Yep. And this is weird to me though, because like, all right, you're born in Canada, but you went to high school, you went to high school in the US, you played college in the US. How the hell you still from Canada? You was born there. You just born there.
Yeah.
You know
I guess you could be. They should really say like they do in the fighting world, by way of.
Yeah, by way of.
Because you really you from wherever you was at. You know, you've been living in New York your whole life. You've been living in Detroit. Or you've been living in Cleveland or whatever your whole life. You were from New York by way of Canada.
Yeah.
That's where your origin is, in Canada. We're not going to discredit that. But come on now.
You ain't from Canada.
But come on now. You ain't from, you know, wherever it is. You were over here playing in the academy. You got moved over here when you were 15, 16, or whatever, 12, 11, and you've been balling over here and been playing over here this whole time. All your recognition is from here. Then that's definitely you're by way of. I don't know why we keep doing that. But the NBA wants it to look like that, right? Because they're they want to be the world leader in basketball. That's, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's good at basketball, no matter if you're from Australia, if you're from Europe, or, you know, wherever you're from, you come and play in the NBA.
Exactly.
And they're pushing that right now. I'm not taking anything away from Luka. I'm not taking anything away from Giannis. But if you're an international guy and you got some juice, they're gonna push you to death right now.
Yeah, because they want those sales in that market. You know what I'm saying? It's just like right now, there's probably never been a baller from North Korea, or let's say South Korea, because North Korea is communist. So it's South Korea, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I think I got there. South Korea. So if there was, let's say, a guy from South Korea came out and he was 7'1" and was balling, if he can get to the U.S. or they can find a way to get him over here, he play at a college or he goes straight in, he's going to be a star because that's a market that the U.S. is not used to being in. The NBA is not used to being in. And they can make some big money off jersey sales, sneaker sales, all kind of memorabilia of this guy's face on it and his number. You know what I'm saying? If you're an international guy and you're in the untapped market for the NBA and you get to the NBA, you are going to be a star.
Yeah, no doubt. But we can go all the way back to Lynn Sanity. I know we talked about that before.
You can go back to Yao Ming.
But Yao Ming was actually good.
No. Yao Ming was good, but I mean, even though the NBA was already big over in China, having a player and having him be the face of China was, and being the face of the NBA in China was icing on the cake.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying Yao Ming was actually a pretty good hooper. But I'm saying, like, let's look at Lynn Sanity, right? That's what I want. Let's go to that. Lynn Sanity, not saying that he didn't have a couple good years, but the NBA made sure we knew he was having a good year.
Oh, definitely.
You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where it comes into play, like whether you're an international guy or not, in the way that the NBA looks at it, in the way that the NBA tries to push it.
Yep, and he was Taiwanese. And name another Taiwanese basketball player.
Exactly, man. But not trying to get too far off the tracks with this conversation. But guys, I think the basketball world just needs to get ready. They need to buckle up their seatbelt, and you're not going to see that rugged, tugged guy. It's not coming anymore.
No,
he'll be in the league. He'll eventually be in the league. He'll eventually get some shine if he lands in a spot where, there's not very much going on. But we're not just going to see that rugged, tugged guy go number one. It's just not going to happen.
No, because now when you look at basketball, especially at the youth level, it's a money game now. You know what I'm saying? When you got, you got AAU, all these different traveling leagues now. If you're a kid from the trenches, you don't have those funds. Your parents don't have those funds to be in hotels every weekend. Hop in the car. That's gas money. We see the price of gas now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
happening.
Exactly.
Huh? I said all that affects.
Yeah, all that plays effect. So now when you go to an AAU game, you're seeing more affluent kids play ball. That's what you're seeing. I mean, you may have one or two that they're in the area where the people can pitch in and they, hey, just come with us. You know what I'm saying? We know you want to play. But for the most part, it's more affluent kids, both parents in the house, both, two house income, and they're not just working regular jobs. They're, doctors, lawyers, hell, former pro athletes. That's what you're seeing now.
And I think that's also another thing too. Like, that's a lot different from back in the day as well. Back in the day, just because your pops was Michael Jordan, I don't know why he wouldn't. I don't know why they weren't getting that training back then. I can't think those guys back then were more focused on, they were more focused on getting the first bag.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta solidify this first bag. What's good, Brando Wando? But they were more solidified on getting, like, I want to make sure I solidify my legacy. I want to make sure I get that. And I think the generation that's playing now, I'm gonna make sure Lil Junior gonna get it too.
Yep.
Whether it be in my sport or be cold at a different sport. But Junior gonna get it too. All right. Then I'm bringing social media back into it again. We get to see Bronny James at 6 and 7 years old play AAU. We're getting to see Zaire Wade play AAU. We're getting to see Gary Payton Jr. play AAU. And now is a world champion.
Yeah, I mean, they're building their brands early.
Exactly. We get to see these guys from a young age and their kids. We get to see their training process. We don't really see once those kids get to teenage level, we don't see them on the sideline no more.
No, you don't.
They're not flying around the country at dad's games no more.
They're out getting trained. And when say you're a Zaire Wade or a Bronny Jr., and that's what his name is.
Bronny James.
Bronny James. Say you're Bronny James. You got world-class training at the most pinnacle time of your career. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got no choice but to be good at that point. Because the kids you're playing, the majority of the kids you're playing aren't getting that training. Are they getting training? Yes, but they're not getting world-class training.
Exactly. It's a lot different. Bronny James is the guard, right? I know that LeBron can play all of them, and he's the GOAT, but that's also his dad. We got to think about that. So a lot of that shit he's saying, and he's like, Bronny, like, okay, whatever, dad. Not whatever, LeBron James. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? All right, whatever, Dad. But when Dwayne Wade, a top 5 shooting guard ever in the NBA, your dad's best friend, comes to the crib, oh, hey, when you going like this, you need to hit this move. That's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not even gonna talk about the trainers. We're just talking about friends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're just talking about friends. Then also, Bronny James, who's your agent gonna be? you know what I'm saying?
You already know.
Like it's set for you, and that's what another thing I think. And I think this younger generation of athletes as well, they're not afraid to walk behind dad.
Right. And,
I'm not afraid to go to the NBA because my dad was in the NBA. I'm not afraid to go to the NFL because my dad was in the NFL. Hell, MLB, you got Big Papi, Manny Ramirez, Pedro Martinez, Gary Sheffield, and I said one other, all on the same baseball
on the
team.
same team.
I'm not scared to walk behind dad.
All Hall of Famers too. Like they're all children of Hall of Famers.
Exactly. I'm not scared to walk behind dad. I know he did what he did and watch me.
Yep.
Because really, if you get your kid that type of training, they're gonna be better than you because they're gonna get what you got late in life. You're giving it to them at 12, 13.
Right.
And so I think
it's that thing where we kind of lose in our community a lot. We lose that where you want the next generation to be better.
Yeah.
And when you look around now, it's happening. The current generation is saying I'm in the spotlight now, but not only do I want my child to be in the spotlight, but I want him to be better than me.
Exactly. And they have to, because you know what he's gonna face too. Like, because we still want to drag him down.
Oh yeah,
no matter how good they are, we still want to drag them down.
Oh, dude, people love the fact that Michael Jordan's kids were trash.
Oh yeah,
they love that shit.
They loved it. Cause you imagine, okay, we think LeBron took the most ridicule ever. Could you imagine if Michael Jordan Jr. was an actual hooper?
He'd sell shoes.
It don't matter about shoes. I'm saying if he was a hooper and he was good.
Yeah.
What kind of ridicule would he face in today's media? I mean, he gets slandered. Miss the shot if you want to.
If he found himself in any situation that his dad was in, and dad, hit the last minute shot and won, and he missed, he's nothing like his father.
Nothing like him. They're not gonna worry about the 35 he just dropped.
Nope.
He's nothing like Michael. Oh, hey, people think that because I'm a LeBron fan, and people think LeBron fans will defend LeBron to the death. Run up on the MJ fan if you want to.
Hey, boy, you better have your shoes laced up.
Shit, they're gonna talk about the shoes. You ain't even buy the shoes. You ain't even buy the shoes. Like that makes Michael Jordan better because you ain't got his shoes on. That's what they bring up. But they would have killed Michael Jordan. They trying to kill Bronny.
Early too.
They trying to kill Bronny.
For everything, down to the point of who he go to prom with.
Trying to kill him. But I don't think it matters to them. No lies detected. Yeah, we try to stay away from that over here. We try to stay away from that because they'll come get you for that too. They try to come get you for that too. Fact checking me.
Right.
Fact checking me. Well, man, this next generation of kids is good. I'm just tired of people holding on to the old heads. That's funny that Jordan just commented on this. Because he's one of the ones that holds on to that old head legacy. You know what I'm saying?
And never even saw him play.
Never even saw him play. But when you watch him play, if you can, the ones that, because that's not like go way too far back. If you ain't got no film out, I know you wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you was. If you ain't got no film out, you played too early. You wasn't that. You ain't know enough. It ain't your fault. You just didn't know enough. But people hold on to this old school legacy like these new athletes aren't way better. All right?
Yeah.
Is there truth in statements as like everyone's getting recruited now? Like you don't have to be that guy to get recruited now, right?
Yes.
I agree with that.
I believe that.
But I am not going to agree with these guys are not, a lot of these guys aren't just better. A lot of these guys, they just have more tangibles. I think back in the day there was a lot of intangibles, and everybody talks about the intangibles. But I'm gonna tell you, you can say whatever you want to say about whoever you want to say it about. Ain't no intangible won no championship.
No.
You can have all the heart in the world, but if you 5'6", you ain't going nowhere in basketball. Don't bring up Spud Webb or Nate Robinson.
No,
Where the rest of them at?
People always bring the one off. Like,
I don't know where the rest of them at.
it was one.
Where the rest of them at? You can put together me a starting five of them
bro,
little short ones.
And see, I hate those arguments. Like, you tell somebody, like, if you jump from an airplane, you can die. Well, there was that one person who lived. Like, yes, but the majority of people who go skydiving and they parachute don't deploy, they die.
They gone.
Yes, you might be the one that lived, but the life afterwards is not going to be very good.
Go ahead, get on deck. If you think that's how I rock, you go ahead and you get on deck. You know what I'm saying? You like baseball, you on deck.
Hey, they're gonna be sending you to
The upper room with Jesus.
we on deck.
Real talk though, man. People always want to do that, but the intangibles. A lot of these young cats don't have the intangibles. They're not tough. They don't have to be.
No,
They're not growing up in that type of environment. We just talked about this. The players these days, the athletes these days, the guys that you're gonna see on TV, and the guys you're seeing getting recruited high, they're not coming from that environment.
They're not gritty. Like, and I find myself doing this, and then I told myself when I was younger I wouldn't get to the age and start doing this, but I see now why old heads do what they do. I'm not saying that I'm old head, but I'm getting close. Oh, they didn't have it like I had it. But when you think about it, the way we had it made us tougher. You know what I'm saying? These kids now, they don't know about, you know what I'm saying, if you got a double header. You know what I'm saying? They under tents with IVs and cold drinks. We got towels on the neck.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And orange slices.
Yeah, orange slices. You know what I'm saying? There was no limit for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? You got there at 8. You left at you got there about 7. You got done at probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Go eat some lunch. Come back at 2 o'clock, and you go till it got dark. Now it's we got to have walkthroughs and this and that. They're almost being coddled, pampered.
Exactly, but it's just it seems like it's coddling and pampering, but it's really just the way of the times.
Yeah.
Our generation had to go through 10, 15 people having heat strokes and dying in the state of Texas for them to change the rule on that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really coddling them. It's just we ain't trying to have no more kids die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then just life in general. We grew up, hey, outside in the summertime, you don't have you go to granny's house, you ain't got no destination for the day. But I know what you ain't gonna do, and that's to sit up under my AC. So you gonna get your ass outside. I'm gonna put this frozen gallon jug. I'm gonna put this frozen gallon jug on the front porch. And it's gonna thaw out, and you're gonna have some cold ice water for y'all to drink. When they start getting low, take it around there to the hose, fill it up with the rest of the ice block, and you got some more cold water.
Yeah, you got to shake it up, make sure the ice get cold.
But you're not gonna sit up under my AC.
Nope, not at all.
So
and before you play, you go out there and pick some peas.
You hear me? All morning. Thumbs raw, because you're gonna sell them too.
Yep.
But they don't have to do that no more.
Nah, them days.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that no more. The world is different. I can't send my kids outside. First of all, the parenting it's laxed. We know it. There's more, but there's rules against that too. But the parenting is laxed because they could put us outside all damn day, and you wasn't gonna go around that curve because ain't nobody told you to go around that curve. I don't give a damn if your favorite baseball went up there, your favorite football, your best friend around the curve yelling your name. You ain't got permission to go around that curve. So you know what's gonna happen. You know exactly what's gonna happen when you go around that curve. You're gonna get your ass bust. All right, because every time somebody tried it, what was happening? Somebody was coming down that road to catch them.
Just so happened to be coming down the road.
And it was like that. But now, leave your kids outside. One of them gonna dip off.
Yep.
One of them gonna dip. Oh, I saw a cat, a bird. Oh, they gonna go and they gonna do something stupid. And you gonna have to bust their ass. But back in the day, you really didn't have to get somebody already got their ass bust. So you like, ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm good.
I seen the consequences of going up there. I'm good on it, but we don't have that. That's not the way of the times now. So these kids, they get it. The ones that now in the high school, they're not built to be out there for 5-6 hours.
No, not at all.
Shit, you're gonna have so many parents, and that's another thing on the coaches. I don't want to keep them out there because I'm gonna have so many parents in my inbox, on my phone, in my office about how long I kept them out there. Ain't nobody letting the coach. I've had a bunch of people ask me if I ever wanted to be a coach. I used to.
And I would not. I've done it. I've coached kids in this age group coming up. I'll never do it again. Never.
Man, you have so many parents. Hey, bro, it's ridiculous. So it's just we can't expect these athletes to be rugged when they're not living a rugged life.
Yeah.
They're not having to fight for survival, technically. There was a lot of people playing sports in the day at home fighting for survival.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys now, I don't need this sport. Sports was a way out back in the day. Now it's just something to do. If I do it, cool. If not, I'm still going to school.
I'm still going. Yep. I'm still going to school.
I'm still going to school regardless.
And I think, and that's just the information with the information age has made stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the gap, the only way out was sports. That's what the mentality is. Because you didn't know about, saying scholarships and all that stuff. It wasn't feasible because we can't pay for college. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's going back way, way, way back. You know what I'm saying? To 60s, 70s. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. It's a mentality. Now, I mean, I can play sports, or hell, I can play video games. There's a number of routes for me to get to school, or I can just go.
If I do, like you said, it's the information age. If I do the work now, if I do the work in school and I keep my grades, I got that 4.0 or whatever it is, it's gonna pay. College gonna pay for itself. Right. I don't tell you need this sports, and everybody's walking around that campus knowing that. Everybody, from the valedictorian to the damn last one in the class, they all know I can go to school without playing the sport. I can go in here and draw my ass to school. Yep. I can go to the theater and act my way to school. I can mathlete my way to school. Hell, I can design clothes my way to school. You can get in home ec your way to school.
There's multiple paths, but here's my question: with kids being as pampered as they are, with these athletes being as pampered as they are, will it affect the quality of the game?
No. Let me ask you this. Would you rather go watch, no offense to these schools either, would you rather go watch Kilgore versus TJC or Alabama, Texas?
Alabama, Texas.
So the pampering ain't stopping no quality. We talking about people who ain't getting pampered at all to the top 2 pamper spots in the country.
No, so, I'm saying before they get there. I mean, because hell, once you got to college, you realize that you are pampered. If you're a Division I athlete, you're pampered.
That's what I'm saying. And that quality of sport, that quality of game is typically higher than the quality of the game of a lower level who's not being pampered. Still, it takes pampering to get that quality. I need you feeling fresh on Saturday, so I'm gonna feed you as much as you need. I'm going to clothe you as much as you need. I'm going to IV you. I'm going to cortisone you. I'm going to rub your ankles. I'm going to rub your feet. I'm going to put you in the hot tub. I'm going to put you in the cold tub. I'm going to have you in the whirlpool before practice. I got the massage therapist on deck. I got the strength coordinator. I got I got somebody to stretch you out.
So all you got to do is worry about just playing.
Play ball.
That's it.
So it takes the pamper. So think about this right here, okay? Because in a way, I remember. I'm not gonna call it. This is the type of pampering, right? Once we figured out sports was the route we wanted to go. Nights before the game, what was Mama cooking?
And it's like with spaghetti or
something that's going. Something that's going to give you energy. Something that's going to have you full, have you ready for Friday.
You got you up
on me all week long. She running fluids through you. What you drinking? What you drinking? What you drinking? You know what I'm saying? That's pampering.
Yeah.
On Friday night, once we figured out football or whatever sport it was the way it's gonna go, she pampered us to be ready to play. That's pampering. Was the quality worse?
No.
Exactly.
Not at all.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that pampering is gonna make the quality go down. If anything, it's gonna make it go up. Because we're gonna start seeing pampering is going to with the NIL, pampering is gonna drop down. Pampering
It's already happened. I mean, I just told was it this morning? I was driving by the high school here, and I was like, they out here and they doing walkthroughs at 8 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? Where the pads at?
Exactly.
Not even playing 7-on-7. You got the old lineman out there just walking.
Just walking.
Appreciate it, Joe.
Yes, sir. Joe Cantu, man, one of the original OG followers, OG listeners, always coming in with something to say, man. We appreciate it, Joe.
For sure.
But man, the pampered athlete, I think it's a great thing. I got hair in my mouth. That's what happens when you live in a house full of women.
No, and I see it even here in South Dakota. I mean, you've been out here to the field house. They pamper the high school kids here as if they were in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? They got all kind of stuff out here.
Exactly, and I think that's their attempt at making the sports better there. See what I'm saying? I gotta do something to make these sports better. If we give these kids, we give them access to this, we give them access to that. It's gonna raise the level up. It's gonna raise the product level.
Yeah, but the stuff the kids here got access to is some pretty phenomenal shit. You know what I'm saying? For high school, like I don't know any school in Texas that's got this, like the stuff they got.
Well, it's what who's willing to spend what?
The money.
Or where you think it is. There's somebody in Texas that could build what they have in.
Oh, definitely. Yes, there is. But they don't need it because the talent's already there.
Exactly.
Talent's already there. So I guess here we got, for the lack of talent, we're trying
to get it there. And how do you get it there? You pamper the athlete. More pamper in Texas by far when compared to Montana. Blew my mind. Exactly. And you see the level that gets put out on the field on Friday night.
Yep.
People travel from far and wide to come watch a Texas high school football game.
I mean, it's wild. You, no matter what part of the country you go to, somebody say where you from, and you tell them you play football in Texas. Oh man, it's like a religion down there. No matter where you go, it's like a religion down there.
Exactly, and that's because they've made it. We've made it that way here. We've made it to where we pamper football here. Not every sport gets pampered in Texas. Let's not get it twisted. But we pamper football here.
What's the money maker, man? You pamper the golden egg or the golden goose. Pamper the golden goose.
You got to, man. Hey, that we went way off the way. We got some new people on the chat right now, man. Hey, if you just not tuning in, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the page. Let people know why you're watching, what you're watching, and who you're watching. And where you're watching
to the RTL podcast.
I know that went a long way from players not being from the trenches, but hey, we had to break it down.
It was all related.
We had to break it down. Yeah, I get it. We had to break it down. A little bit. And I thought this was so funny whenever I looked at the show notes for the day too, because we got a group message called Grow Boys with a bunch of guys who graduated from PG and stuff. And somebody said something about basketball. And Fozzie said, man, no one cares about basketball. And I'm looking at the show notes like, damn, we got a lot of basketball on here.
A lot of basketball.
Hey,
that's what's going on right now. Because
exactly.
like, I mean, if you look at what's going on in the football world, I don't want to talk. We beat it with a dead horse. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. Big facts. I'm not.
We got some football stories though.
Yeah, we got a little football. We're gonna end it off with a little football because we have to. But for right now, we're gonna stick in the basketball world, man. Kyrie Irving opts in to his player option to come back to Brooklyn. So I think everybody in Brooklyn was going crazy. The news outlets hopped on it quick. They started making up, or I'm not gonna say making up because I didn't look into it. I'm not gonna lie. But they started coming out with, oh yeah, Kyrie Irving and Steve Nash are such good friends. Yeah, I knew Kyrie was gonna come back the entire time, doing what the media does, right?
Yeah.
Then KD opts out.
Is this kind of bad blood there between them, or KD just wants out?
No, and now what I'm saying is so speculation. I don't even really want to say it, but it would be so crazy if it happens. Shout out to my guys over at No Cherry Picking too, because they've been covering the mess out of this. Kyrie and KD may become a trading tool. And getting traded to where is what everybody's trying to say they're trying to go, or where people are speculating they're trying to go. They're trying to get to LA.
Or over the Clippers.
No, the Lakers.
Lakers?
The Lakers. What that trade would look like, I don't know. I think it would be way like the Lakers would have to literally clean house for that deal in a trade scenario. But like I said, I have not looked into it, but this is like what's popping in the cycle right now.
So, okay. So let's theory time. I gotta get that button. Theory time. So Kyrie, KD go to the Lakers. When you say clean house, who everybody goes except AD and LeBron?
You're gonna have to get rid of AD and Russ are gone, no doubt. All right. Okay. Then it comes draft pick time. Maybe another couple players too. Probably some young bucks off the team. You might have to get rid of the Austin kid. You might get rid of Monk. And then you're going to have to give up picks, down the road picks too. So what does that look like? But this is my thing for Kyrie. You didn't want to play with LeBron again in Cleveland because you wanted to be the guy, right?
Yeah.
So then you team up with KD and James Harden, which you're still number 2 right there. But then you're going to come and get on a team with LeBron, KD, and yourself?
It could work. Could it work?
I think it could work. Maybe. But I think it could work. I think it could work only for the simple fact that you get LeBron off the ball. You get LeBron off the ball a little bit more. He doesn't have to carry such a load. And then you got a sniper in Kevin Durant when he wants to be. KD didn't opt out, but he requested a trade. That's right, Brandon. I said that wrong. The one time you'll ever hear me say that. But that's right, Brandon. Brandon's a member of the Scotch Tots. That's why I play that. Yay! Thing at the end. Hey, there my boy Cam is right there with the tweet. Kyrie is a subpar player with subpar sneakers. Hey man, y'all make sure y'all get over to Instagram and follow my boy KILLR Cam CAM over there on Instagram, man, with the hot drops on the Air Max, covering sneaker conventions. You know, my boy VIP over there in the sneaker world. So y'all make sure y'all get over there and catch that. If you're into the sneakers, if not, it's always just dope to look at them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. But man, if they can pull this KD Kyrie thing off and get over into LA, I mean, what does that mean? Does that mean 3 championships? You know what I mean? I think KD, LeBron, although talent's all over the league, which is another topic for another day.
Right.
And it goes right back to what I was saying earlier, though, about the old heads. But with talent being all over the league, it's not really a secure that they win the championship.
No, not at all, because it's spread out everywhere right now. I mean, there's nothing guaranteed anymore. You know what I'm saying? And no, even this last finals we had, for a minute, it looked like Boston. Was it? It looked like Boston was going to handle.
Coming into it looked like that. Coming into it, yeah, like when they won in the Eastern Conference Finals, I said they got a chance, but then
they just folded.
You got to think about this, man. When you get to that championship, man, when you get to that last round, that finals, it's something different, especially when you're playing against people who've been there not 1 time, not 2 times, not 3, not 4, 5 times.
They know they
know it's there. It's there. I've been a part of a dynasty. All right, I've been a part of a dynasty. I got 2 rings to show for it. My last time going there, it was a walk in the park. It was another game. The championship was another game.
Yeah, because all the glitz and glamour is gone.
And ain't no big lights. You know what I'm saying? We've been here. We've been here before. We know how to, you know what I'm saying? I done did this before. I don't need no help. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's what it feels like. So the Warriors walked into their, and then you got to think about these guys that they're playing against. Watched, they were sitting as freshmen in college and seniors in high school and watched these guys play in the finals. Say what you want to say. You in the league and you was a young boy watching Steph start to shoot that thing, Draymond Green knocking folks out. You thinking about that.
Yeah.
Coming into that game.
And even though you've been in the league, you know what I'm saying, you're still somewhat kind of starstruck.
Exactly.
When
Bro,
you get there
it's
on that
just like
stage.
this new young cat that got drafted. Talking about some LeBron gonna have to show me he better than me. You can say all that.
Yes,
But what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when LA on the schedule and you holding Bron? What's gonna happen?
Oh, Jabari Smith.
What's gonna happen, Jabari, when you holding Bron and with the Lakers on the schedule? You really think he ain't gonna? He really finna show you,
right? But soft head make a soft, hard head make a soft behind.
Hey, you hear me? Hey, God made dirt bush ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of situation we're into now too. I think these young guys get into a situation where that mouth be talking, but it's not backed up by anything. You're gonna be starstruck. The light's gonna be real bright.
Yeah.
They're gonna be real bright. LeBron been doing this for 20 years, and any lack of weakness, show of weakness, he gonna smell that blood in the water.
A lot of them cats think about it. LeBron been doing it for 20 years. A lot of these cats is like what 19, 20, they weren't even born in or just being born.
Bro. And he gonna do you the same way you've been seeing him doing dudes on TV your whole life, and there's nothing you're gonna be able to do about it.
Nope.
And then you stuck out there. And like I said, he gonna smell that blood in the water, and he really gonna go at your neck. Now he asking for the ball. Now, then what you gonna do, Jabari? That's why Jabari said, you need to make sure you start. I mean, LeBron said, you need to make sure you start. You know what I'm saying? Like, set goals for yourself. They always tell you that set goals, but make them obtainable.
Yeah.
You're a one-day guy. You are not even a one-day guy. You're a day zero guy. You haven't played a day in the league yet. You talking about LeBron's gonna have to show me he better than me. Come on, man.
It's one of those things where you just his PR got people like, hey man, go out there and say something and get your name buzzing. Because obviously you couldn't speak to him interview. So now you gotta make some kind of buzz for yourself. So go out there and go after the biggest fish in the pond.
Exactly. And that was stupid. That was dumb. That was a dumb decision. But that's the new age athlete. That's another thing about the pamper guy. We're gonna see more of this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because in his world, he is LeBron.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
I don't know, because I think a lot of these coaches now are kind of beating the cockiness out of kids. Or not beating them, but they teaching the cockiness out of kids. It's not good to be cocky. It's not good to be arrogant. And coming up, I feel like you almost had to have some kind of
you still do
about yourself.
You still do. If you ain't got that cockiness about you, you ain't gonna make it. I don't care what nobody say. Because we all know once you get to college, that the gap is done.
Oh yeah, there's no gap.
You have guys that come through that still, when they get to college, they still got that gap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's smaller than what it was. But if you don't have that cockiness, basically, I'm him, it's over for you in sports today.
Yeah, it's hard when you get to a college campus and you are now the big fish in a pond full of big fish. And there might be a sprinkle of bigger fish in that pond as well. You know what I'm saying? Those are guys that come in and they just far exceed the talent that's just, at your current program or at that current level anyway. But if you don't have that I'm that dude mentality, you're in a room full of guys, you're in a room full of running backs, for example. Everybody gunning for that spot. So even though y'all teammates, I'm here to take your job.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing wrong. But you are right. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I think a lot of coaches are beating the aggressiveness and beating the what's an example of Damian Collins, Brandon? I'm confused on that. But I think guys are coaches are beating the aggressiveness and the dog per se. All right, my boy Cam.
Hey.
They beating the dog out of these guys. I don't have a problem with helping guys up after you make the tackle.
Right.
But you got to put his ass in the dirt before you help him up.
Right.
I don't have a problem with that. I help you up after I get done doing my celebration.
Exactly.
Oh, big fish with the big fish. Yeah. Right, Brandon. The gap closes, but Damian a dog, and that's why he's like, I ain't transferring. Everybody's saying that Damian should transfer. Why am I transferring? But Damian is saying, no, I'm not going to transfer. I'm looking to get stronger and find my way over here.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So the dog, he still got that dog in him. But coaches are beating it out of them because a lot of kids now they have that team, and they depended on the team so much.
Right.
That when I get to that next level, and it's not like that.
Oh no, it's not like that
at that next level.
It's not team. I mean,
it is team. We're a brotherhood and all that at the end of the day. But we're a brotherhood as such as that we all working for a common goal. Not in the sense that I'm trying to help you get it.
No, not at all. Nope.
Not in the sense that I'm trying to help you get it. You got a D1 scholarship just like me, brother. Make that tackle.
And I mean, when you look at like, especially college football, most of the time, if you on the opposite side of the ball, you don't hang out with them cats.
Exactly. It's like you got the guys you came in with, and it's gonna be a couple of upperclassmen that you just happen to gravitate towards that might be on the other side of the ball. Whether they came from the same part of the state you came from, or the similar backgrounds, whatever it may be, that y'all gravitated towards each other. But for the most part, if they didn't come in with you, and they on the other side of the ball play a different position, y'all really don't. Y'all acquaintances. Can't even talk. But y'all know what I'm trying to say.
An acquaintance. They're an acquaintance.
Exactly.
We in the same locker room, G.
Exactly. So that's how it rocks. So when you so heavily dependent on the team, you was only good because such and such was besides you. You might get to a spot where it's just you. We thought you was that guy.
We thought you had it.
And so now what? What's that world look like? You know what I mean? So what does she got over there in that? But what does that world look like? And can you make it in that? And when you beat the dog out of a guy, he cannot make it in that.
Nope.
I know for sure. I called to the crib plenty of nights. Because it don't go how you think it's gonna go all the time.
Oh no. Nope.
And if you beat that dog out of the guy, he's not gonna make it. And I ain't gonna keep staying on that subject, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Beat the guy out of the dog. Beat the dog out the guy, he ain't gonna make it.
Nope.
But in other football news,
to the RTL podcast,
UCLA and USC leaving the Pac-12.
I don't
Why
know.
and what does this mean?
I didn't see that coming. That popped up today, right?
Yeah. Hours ago.
They're trying to get in a more competitive conference.
Going to the Big Ten.
So Big Ten is with Ohio State, Michigan State, Iowa,
Michigan, Nebraska, Wisconsin.
No, Iowa State is still Big 12.
I don't know why I said Iowa State.
Because they should be in the damn Big 10. They should be. They're irrelevant in Big 12. I don't even know why they're still there. They should have left when Iowa left.
So I just don't know what. I don't know the advantages. Let me put it like that. I don't know what advantages this gives USC on UCLA.
I mean, I guess because right now, if you think about it, Oregon runs the Pac-12, right? They
Stanford. They
go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But I just see maybe they're looking for a different change of scenery, and maybe the money's gonna be better over in
the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten,
it has to be a money thing. That's normally what it comes down to. But Brandon says it's the start of the major conferences. Brandon, the Pac-12 is a major conference.
Yeah, Pac-12 is a major conference. No, he's at super conferences.
Okay, super conferences. Okay. I can see that.
Now, which we talked about this when Texas and Oklahoma were talking about leaving. Was that season 1?
Yeah. No, it wasn't season 1. It was like 3.
3?
That was just a few months ago when it started.
Well, yeah, season 3. So they got what, Power 5? Man, I can see it going down to Power 3. You have 3 solid conferences.
Which will be what?
You'd have
obviously SEC.
SEC,
Big Ten, because we're talking about this.
Big Ten, and I can see some big schools moving to the ACC.
It would have to be the ACC. It's not going to be the Big 12.
No, it's not going to be Big 12, not at all.
So it's going to have to be the ACC. It would have to be the ACC. I just don't see it. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You got to think about, you start spending more money when you move to these conferences and they're not right there with you.
Yeah,
See
but
what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody. I don't think that's a factor anymore, man. I honestly don't.
It has to be if it's a money move.
No, it's a money move, but I'm gonna make more money, but I'm gonna make more money by moving to a bigger conference. But I don't think, as far as like the travel and all that, I don't think that even matters anymore. It's not a non-factor. I mean, it's a non-factor.
I don't think it's a non-factor because it's there at the end of the day. We're trying to be in the plus by as far as we can be in the plus at the end of the year.
Yeah, but when you think about like how many away games are they actually going to have? They're not going to have a ton of away games, and even the schools traveling to
Every other year they will.
Well, yeah, I mean every other year, but if I'm in a conference and every Saturday is a potential big game, you're going to sell out the house.
All right, well let's match it up and see how much bigger of a game it would be. See what I'm saying? Pull up the Pac-12. Pull up the Pac-12. And let's see how much of a bigger game it would be.
Pull up the Pac-12, like what? List
like,
of teams?
Like, yeah, the list of teams in the Pac-12. How much of a bigger game would they really have outside of a couple in the Big Ten?
All right, hold on.
I'm saying Michigan, Ohio State gives you bigger games.
Are you saying pull up the Pac-10 or pull up Pac-12?
I'm going to pull up the Pac-12.
All right.
And then we're going to pull up the Pac-10 after that. But I'm saying, I think outside of Ohio State and Michigan, who's just giving you that bigger game that you're not getting in the Pac-12?
All right, so there you go.
So we got Oregon, big game. UCF, when they play each other, big game. Arizona, Oregon State, Stanford. Those are your big games. Arizona State, some years, is a big game.
So I take Washington out. I take Washington State out. Take Colorado out, and Utah out.
All right, now pull up the Big Ten. I don't know that you gained I don't know if you gained that much bigger games outside of Ohio State and Michigan.
Now when I say like bigger games, I also mean like the fan base. Like in the Big Ten, you're gonna have a crazy fan base.
You got a crazy no. I'm not going for that, bro. UW and all them they fan base is stupid.
When the hell did Maryland join the Big Ten?
Oh wow!
I could have swore they was ACC.
All right, you get the top three for sure. And Michigan State, and then let's say women's basketball down there for some reason, but
yeah, I don't know why
Ohio State on there twice. But so you Ohio State, Michigan, Iowa, and Michigan State are your bigger games.
Penn State.
No,
I'm talking about if I'm trying to put asses in the seats.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But Penn State is putting more asses in the seats than playing Oregon.
That's just one game.
That's all. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying which games are giving you? You're not getting more bigger games on your schedule. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna have the. Well, it all depends on what side of the bracket they're on too, because you got the Legends and the whatever side they got.
I'm just saying, regardless, just conference for conference. Just conference for conference. Who's replacing who? You know what I'm saying? Why would if it's the bigger game thing or the asses in the seats thing?
I mean, if it's a bigger game, you're gonna have Nebraska's gonna have a bigger fan base probably than Oregon.
No.
No, you're talking about how good I'm telling you, Nebraska's gonna have a bigger fan base than Oregon.
Look at Oregon. Go find the last time Oregon had a non-sold out game outside of COVID. It's gonna be forever. Same thing with UW. Same thing with Washington State. Even that's what I'm saying. Like those fan bases over there on the West Coast are huge.
I know that, but these fan bases here in the Midwest are huge because it's all they got. Because in the Midwest you don't have any pro teams besides the Vikings. So other than that, everybody gets behind Nebraska. They get behind Iowa. They get behind Ohio State, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Gophers even sell out every game. It's a bigger market.
I can't think that the Midwest is a bigger market than the West Coast. That don't make sense.
And there's a lot of old money in the Midwest as well.
I hear that. I do hear that, but you can't sit here and tell me it's a bigger market. Whenever they're playing, both of these teams are.
Oh, he cut himself off. Don't know what kind of point he was making, but he did something that just cut himself off. But to entertain you guys until he gets back, I don't know. I think here in the Midwest, when you look at teams like Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, these teams are big. They have bigger fan bases than a lot of the teams over in the Pac-12. And then you got the big games with Ohio State, Michigan. Hell, every once in a while, Purdue's even somewhat good. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential in this. You muted, big dog. Can you hear now? Nope, you're still muted. Still muted, dog. But I don't know. This is a crazy move for college football because, like I said, I would have never seen UCLA or USC dipping out of the Pac-12 because they're highly competitive in the Pac-12.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. No, Brandon, I do. No, I hear you. I'm saying, Brandon, I don't agree. It's not going to be the second SEC. Oh, it's just going
to be
two.
SEC and the Big
Yeah,
Ten.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Unless you can get some big teams to leave.
Then how many teams are we saying put in these conferences? Because you can't have just them two. You can't leave out Clemson, who's in the ACC. Where are they going to go?
No, I'm saying right now it would just be the Big Ten and the Big Ten and the SEC. But if you can get some other big teams from other conferences to go up to the ACC, I think it'd be straight.
I think it'd be straight. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know what happened with my computer right there. I mean, I know I just got up out the Midwest. I shouldn't have been talking crazy about y'all, but I'm just saying. I don't see the roster. I mean, I don't see the schedule change. That just makes me want to leave a conference.
I mean, I guess you get more notoriety because I said Oregon's been running that conference for the longest. Oh,
who the hell is the truth? Oh, that boy Wando. What's good, man?
So give us your opinion on this.
Yeah, that's what me and Morgan were talking about earlier, and like y'all were saying about the Texas and Oklahoma, I think that was the start of it. But I think eventually we're going to get the super conferences. It's just going to be the SEC and the Big Ten. And this confirms it by them two moving there. Eventually the Big 12 and the Pac-10 and all the other ones, or Pac-12, are going to split. It's going to be super conferences.
So why wouldn't Oregon leave?
Maybe they weren't invited yet. That's what Morgan was saying is, you have to be invited, I think that's in the future. I don't know why they wouldn't invite them all at once if this was true, but I think this is where it's headed because, and it'll be better for us as fans, like y'all were alluding to earlier. the games will be a lot better because you're going to have, all the best teams, in the two conferences, so it'll go to like 18 team playoff, and there won't be any, the bowl games.
This is my thing. This is my thing right here with that. Because we complain about it now, about the SEC, or SEC fans complain about it. Oh, we just beat each other up all year, blase, blase, blase. Well, you make 2 super conferences, and now what? Everybody's just beating everybody up all year, so the end of the season comes, and we don't really get to see these guys at full strength.
No, it just came to me. It came to me. You put them 2 conferences in their own division. You make another division. You make the 2 super conferences is your Division 1.
Right.
Everybody else, Division 1 AA, and you push everybody down a level.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have to be coming from the NCAA. I don't think they're gonna do that because then you start losing money in doing that.
No, because it's the same money.
Yeah.
We're just changing divisions. That's it. We're not, the money gonna stay the same.
But I stopped once you move me down. When you put me down to D1 AA, you stop me from getting this type of guy. When you push me down to D2, you stop me from getting this type of guy.
Yeah, but see, everybody can't play at them schools. Think about it. If you build a super conference, you're only gonna have probably no more than 50 schools. Everybody can't go to them schools.
Right.
So you're gonna have to go to the second level.
I just don't think they'll ever do that bump it down. I don't think they'll ever do the bump it down.
Not bump it down, but you still make a separate division. You don't call it D1 AA. You call it still D1, but then you got Super D1 or something.
Yeah.
I think
what they're gonna do. It's gonna be crazy. But this is definitely the start of it. We'll keep everybody updated on the information as we get it. But it's definitely the start of something crazy in the college football game. For sure.
Or check this out. You build a super conferences and then they secede from the NCAA. They start their own league.
I think the SEC is gonna do that before anything.
Yeah,
I don't know if more people will do it, but I know the SEC will.
Well, if they go, everybody else will go. Definitely.
But Brandon, we appreciate you coming in, weighing in your 2 cents, man. I gotta stop talking about you being scary now because it's 2 times in a row. 2 times in a row you done jumped on, man. We appreciate you. You're dropping your little knowledge.
What about this KD deal though? Do you think LeBron would be down on that?
I don't know why it wouldn't. It won't be LeBron why this deal won't be.
No, not at all.
You don't think he has a lot of say in what they do over there?
I do think he has some say. I don't know about a lot, but I think he has some say. His opinion matters. He's LeBron for sure. But I'm saying, like, I don't think he'll be like, he definitely ain't gonna stop this deal. He ain't stopping it. That's bringing these guys over is essentially handing him a championship. Essentially,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So,
and I think he win one and dip out.
I don't think he dips. He already said he's trying to play with Bronny and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
I don't think he dips. But I'm just saying he wins another one with these guys. That's just another notch in his belt, and it'll be fairly easy as well. Definitely less of a load.
Right.
So that's what I think that is. It won't be LeBron while this won't go through. It'll be Rob or the rest of the league or Brooklyn or somebody like that.
Yeah. All right. That's all I had.
All right, my boy.
Appreciate
you.
Later.
Hey, man, anytime y'all want to hop on, y'all just hit that link just like Brando Wendo just did, man. Y'all can hop on with us, chat it up, give you a little knowledge, let everybody figure out how smart you are or not. You know what I mean? However it go. But at this time, man, I'm going to skip over the floors over because Brandon kind of just took that time right there. But I got y'all next time. But, man, mental health checks. We just came off the mountain. Mental space got to be good. But I got to know, man, 1 through 10, how you doing personally? What's going on in the gym, man? What's your physical status feeling like, man? And then always business-wise, what you got going on, 1 through 10?
Hey, man, physically, man, I feel good, man. You know, I was thought that after the first day, I was like, all right, if I wake up in the morning, I'm super, super sore, I'm not in shape yet. I wasn't sore at all. You know what I'm saying? I think on the first day we had that one steep walk we had. After that, it kind of woke me up because I was getting kind of groggy, but that woke me up and everything is good. So I worked out this morning, feel pretty good. So I say physically, I'm sitting at about a 9 right now. Some of them pictures though, man, I look kind of fat, so I got to start shredding down, and they look too good. personal wise, man, everything's good, man. Work's good. Ain't too much to talk about. Everything's good personally. So I'm probably sitting about a 7 or 8. And business wise, man, we came back from one of the biggest, or it's like my Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? Tack is like my Super Bowl. So came back and immediately got the posting content, started reaching out for podcasts, had people reaching out to me about doing podcasts, and shit, I'm gonna start my tour days, man. Starting Sunday. No, Monday. Starting Monday. I'll be doing my 2 days, and I'm gonna post every morning and every night when I go. I'm gonna post the time and a video. So from now until September 1st, because that's when elk season starts.
All right, we hear you. We're gonna keep you. We're gonna hold you accountable to that, man. Making sure you over here getting 2 days. Don't be doing them and just posting like a status saying I did it.
No, I'm gonna post my watch. The time
no video. No.
It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be a video. There's gonna be video. Okay. And before I start the video, I'm gonna show the watch. I'm gonna slide back out, and you're gonna see me. I'm gonna just do probably go 50 shots a night.
All right, I hear you.
50 shots a night.
I hear you. We're gonna hold you accountable to it, man. For myself, man, personally, like I said, coming off the mountain, it actually kind of was a little hard for me to get back like into my groove at like just training and at work and stuff. It's a little different for me, man. But I still feel good, man. So I'm gonna say personally, I'm 8-9 over there in the personal range. Physically, like you said, I wasn't really sore coming off the mountain. I've got some back issues and stuff that's just gonna be there forever. But
you want them guns, man.
I know, but I think I need the adjustment every 2-3 weeks. That's all there is to it. But other than that, man, physically I feel good, man. I mean, came back and got it back in there, started right back to it. So I feel good. What the hell are you doing over there, man?
I'm just nothing.
Hey, so physically I give myself about an 8 over there, 9. I'm still on that booby status. And then business wise, man, hey, hell of a time at Tag. Great connects, great networking event. Sat down and talked to some really, really cool, neat, awesome people, man. Found out a lot more about the archery industry. Found out a lot more about products in the archery industry. Goodness gracious, it's getting late. So business-wise, man, hey, obviously we back on here, man. RTL had a bunch of people watching tonight. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I ain't gonna keep saying it now. So I can't complain, man. The Dreaded Archer team, y'all see it right here behind me. Which way I gotta go? This way. Oh, Dreaded Archer team, y'all see it right there, man. Hey, it's all going up.
I'm getting a Dreaded Archer backdrop made.
Let's go. Show me. Get on here with it. We're gonna know you.
I'm gonna pop up with it. I ain't when it come in, I'm not even gonna say nothing to you.
Okay.
Actually, you might see it on one of the podcasts before you see it on here.
Okay, I'll take that. But business wise, man, hey, 8-9, we still green arrows going up in that regards, man. And that's how we rocking. But before we get out of here, man, I gotta see. You got any last words?
Oh yeah, hey. Get outside, man. Get outside and grab a bow. I'm telling everybody, you'll love it. You won't regret it. Grab a bow, go out, shoot. If you don't want to be a hunter, you ain't got to hunt, but you can still it's like therapy, man. Just getting out there in the backyard, slinging some arrows, going to a range, slinging some arrows, let your mind just kind of decompress, and just like I said, get outdoors.
Hey, I second that, man. Get outdoors, and like I said, the summertime is going crazy. I always say it. I'm keeping it up all through season 4. Let's just be vigilant. I know a lot of people on vacations right now, going to the lake, flying. Know where your family is. Know who's around your family. You know what I'm saying? And keep your family safe out there. With all that being said, man, this is season 5 or season 4, episode 6. I'm jumping ahead. Right. The Reed Talking Listen podcast. I'm your host, Nick Reed, along with my brother and co-host, Trey Reed. We are out.
Peace.
Squad. I'm in this bitch turning up with her. The girl around us and she loving her. If we don't know you, don't come closer to. If you with your gang, let me hear you say what?